A masked suspect looms outside, raising ominous questions and heightening the mystery.
Probably had a sociopathic personality from a very young age. And Dr. Brucato felt that Porch Guy was probably in jail before, maybe not prison, because we heard that the DNA did not match with anybody who is in CODIS.
But I assure you, people that do a crime like this are ready to commit another one at some point soon. Many people get caught that way, but I really do hope genetic genealogy helps. Now, I don't have a definitive answer. I did hear it through the grapevine that Kayla is finally out, but Kayla was in there for other charges and drug charges. They kept her for some time, but that was because of her own situation. All right, let's continue. We're going to talk about his movements and what he does after this.
And I have to say, I heard former DA Matt Murphy say the same thing. He believes that this person was likely in the Pima County Jail before. He is probably known to the police on some level. Dr. Brucato also said that this guy is probably a jerk. He's probably a nasty person. People in the area probably know this nasty person. Might be the asshole that you see from time to time at the local Walgreens. He might be somebody who exhibits road rage. Dr. Brucato didn't say those things, but
it could be the guy that confessed to it. Who knows, right? We've got all of these people, and I brought this back up because you guys are talking about DJ Mojito and Derek Colella and the band members. There's Kayla Day right on there. Kayla Day and Luke Daly. All right. Luke Daly was also detained, and he went on the news to tell us, hey, I didn't do shit. But all of these people are connected back to Annie and Tommaso, and thus far, this face has got, it's hard for me to unsee. So thus far, this face of the man that says, I'm not a female, is the closest one that I've found to. His face looks like a mask. Again, we're going to do some other looks at the whole thing. But yeah, Kayla's out now, but it didn't have to do with that. All right. So I can't get past this. There's a couple people that it looks like, and this is the main one. But am I saying that's him? No. It could absolutely be him. Who knows? I don't think so. I don't think he'd be that dumb. I think the distraction at the front door was to distract from what they were doing in the back. All right. Let's finish this so we can get into the DNA and the body language, etc.
He did say the guy's a jerk. He's a nasty person, probably. He's very callous. Dr. Brucato also did not rule out the possibility that Porch Guy is the only one of maybe a group who got captured on that camera. So there's a possibility that somebody else hired this guy to commit that crime or to assist with the crime. Dr. Brucato said that if it was this guy who was mad at Nancy, we would see it in his behavior on that porch. He would be more rage-filled. Also, if they were to find Nancy, let's say early enough, they may have noted that there was over unaliving, if you know what I mean. Dr. Brucato said, well, maybe nothing went the way it was supposed to go. Perhaps.
Now, guys, if they do find the body, then it's going to be a lot easier to start arresting and prosecuting people because we don't know if it was an overkill. We don't know. And maybe that's why they didn't leave the body there because... But we're still at the same, we're coming full circle back to what the motive is. And I say, follow the money. But why didn't they leave her body there? Did they do something so bad? And did they decide in the midst of it when she said, I don't have money like that they were going to try to get another opportunity? I mean, these are all questions I don't know.
Nancy Guthrie passed away by accident, and the people who are responsible for the crime are thinking, so now what? What do we do? How can we capitalize on this? But it could be somebody in the inner circle, again, who wanted to eliminate Nancy Guthrie to get what they want. Maybe she was a burden to somebody. Maybe they wanted to get at her money.
I know.
Or her daughter's money. Maybe it was somebody who tried to make it look like an outsider committed the crime. So again, Dr. Brucato said that Porch Guy doesn't really care. He's callous. He probably has a long history of doing this stuff, maybe in a petty way, petty crime, petty burglaries. Dr. Brucato is also convinced that Porch Guy is a local. He also believes that this person is likely watching all these shows on YouTube.
You know, for the life of me, angry Titanic lady, I cannot for the life of me understand why there's not a ground search in the area pawns, you know, like what they did with Sebastian or what they do with other people. Why? Does anyone know why that nobody's out there searching the ground? Because I do think that Nancy Guthrie's body is closer than y'all think it is. All right. I just cannot understand that. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you so very much. Hit that like button, my friend. Happy April 15th. Do your taxes if you
And
have it.
Dr. Brucato said that he's been waiting to receive a letter from Brian Kohlberger, and he's thinking perhaps he may get a letter at some point from whoever committed this crime. Because that person may want to know, well, what was it that you saw in me that made you think of this type of person? What sort of signs did you see that alerted you to somebody like me? Not me. I mean, I'm talking about like Brian Kohlberger or Porch Guy. So it really seems like who's ever working at the jail there in Pima County, all of those.
Now, I gotta tell you guys, some people say Savannah exploited her mom. I don't think so. I think she was just trying to give her mom a purpose. And so when she went on the show, she did some fried chicken segment where she made fried chicken, and now to do the beds. I mean, I just really think that she loves her mom and was being cute. Now, Patricia in NY is throwing us the party at the Bellagio. All right. So that's who she's here. I was telling y'all earlier. Maybe. All right. So the hostess with the mostess is going to be there. I also emailed you, Patricia. All right, let's continue. Yeah, she's proud of her mom. She loved her mom, and she's sitting in the house all day by herself. I would want to include her too.
People really, really need to look at that video. They might know who that guy is, but maybe it's going to take more staring at Porch Guy to try to decipher which one of the assholes who's come through our jail in the past could this be. I think we do see an asshole in Porch Guy. I mean, the way he rips Nancy's flowers out of the pot. To me, that shows an utter disregard for other people's property. Of course, that's minor in this situation because, of course, we know that Nancy was taken.
That's weird that she even said that. But guys, there is still hope. There is still hope that the DNA that they got is from this slobbering idiot, okay, that had to have slobbered on his gloves at some point and other things with that bite light, right?
And whoever took her went into her home without her permission. So this person just doesn't care about other people's property, other people's lives. Bottom line, whoever did this is extremely callous.
All right. And they'd have to be callous to do that to a 84-year-old 90. I was watching a show last night and the lady was 101. And I was like, you go, girl. All right, now let's talk about the analysis of the photos, video by human behavior, and then the DNA. All right, again, justice for Nancy Guthrie. We need to bring her home. All right, there are the connections for you with Annie and Tommaso and all of the people that have been detained or arrested. Now, Derek Colella is being charged with sending the text messages to Annie and Tommaso. I'm sorry, I was reading at the same time. Deborah, my taxes are done, spent on repairs. Isn't that life? Isn't that how life goes? All right, and then we've got Tommaso that's been hiding out, not showing his face, while Savannah says, I'm sure not going to hide my face. So where are we in this case? Well, we're back to looking at the human behavior of the Porch person, and then the DNA that might be the thing that solves the case, guys. I think it's the only thing that is going to solve the case, in my opinion, is the DNA, because unless we have a body, I don't know what we're going to do. But I'll tell you right now, I would be out there searching day and night, and if I couldn't do that and I had $40 million worth of whatever, I would definitely hire someone to do that and get a group together of people. I couldn't imagine not searching for my mom. That's crazy. I don't get it.
Breaking news in the search for Nancy Guthrie. Spine-chilling video shows an armed masked suspect lurking outside the 84-year-old's front door.
Now, we're just going back for a few minutes to when this came out and the analysis about him. Just pay attention to some of the things, because this is all we have right now to look at are these videos of this person and that, until DNA either comes back or they say, we messed up the DNA, we can't extract anymore.
on the morning she disappeared. Well, these terrifying new images have been plastered all across TV screens all afternoon. But what exactly do they show?